Run up to the holidays is full of excitement and the anticipation of having a good time, but once all of that is over, it is normal to feel a little let down. It's called the holiday blues. Local licensed counselor Mindy Cardeline is with the Counseling Center in Boardman, and she's here now to share more about the post-holiday blues, how you can try to stay positive. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so tell us, what are some of the main reasons people go through the holiday blues this time of year?
Sure. So a lot of times, building up to holidays, there's a lot of excitement and a lot of distractions. So we're full of trying to make sure we're fitting in all of the family activities, the presents, the wrapping. So a lot of times what happens is when we're done with all of those activities, we kind of feel this little bit of a letdown. So we have a little bit of spare time. A lot of times we're not quite sure what to do with a lot of that. It's also returning back to normal activities. So those of us who get some time off of work around the holidays, having to go back can be a little bit exhausting, and a lot of times we're kind of dreading that. So when we're piling those things combined with the lack of sun, all of that can contribute to some depression.
Oh yeah, definitely. And what are some of the signs that you are feeling blue? What should you notice about yourself or maybe others, how they're feeling?
Yeah, so a lot of times when we're looking at symptoms of depression, first of all, we're looking at change in mood. So that can be feeling sad, feeling down, or maybe even more irritable than normal. We're also looking at feeling more withdrawn, so not wanting to be around people, not wanting to participate in our daily activities. We can also notice things like maybe we're sleeping more, or we're having changes in our diet, our appetite. So those are a lot of the symptoms that we're going to notice with depression in general. Definitely when we're experiencing that after the holidays, we're kind of noticing again that correlation between the season, the holiday, and all of those symptoms that I just mentioned.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of, rush here, rush there, do an event, get the gifts ready. So when it's all done, sometimes you're trying to catch a breath. But we're also getting less daylight hours this time of year. The weather's colder outside, so it's keeping us inside. So when do we know that we have seasonal depression and not just holiday blues?
Yeah, so with seasonal depression, we're going to notice that onset usually a little bit sooner. So with holiday blues, that you're looking at right after the holidays. Seasonal depression can start right around when that time change happens and it starts to get dark a lot earlier. So we'll tend to notice that more towards fall, October, November. Again, if we're noticing that it's happening right after holidays, that's a pretty good sign that it's those post-holiday blues versus seasonal depression.
Okay, and what are some easy ways maybe we can fend off the, naturally some of the, sad seasonal depression type symptoms?
Yeah. So first thing is trying to, create some activities and things that you enjoy during the fall or in the winter. The more we have things that we're looking forward to, that we're excited about, we might not experience all of those same symptoms, especially after holidays. We also want to make sure that we're adding some movement. A lot of times during the winter, once we're home, you don't want to change out of the sweatpants. So try to, find something that's getting you physically active. Whether you're just going out shopping, you're, hitting the treadmill in the basement, get some movement in. Movement is really going to help boost a lot of that serotonin, a lot of that dopamine that we're lacking, especially in the wintertime. Oh, yeah. Trying to get yourself outside in general is really great for seasonal depression. Our bodies really respond well to being out in nature. So even if it's a little bit cold out, if you can try to get outside and use a little bit of grounding, that's going to be helpful. Obviously, trying to get enough sleep. But making sure that we're not oversleeping. So we want to make sure that we're, retaining a really great sleep routine, trying to go to bed around the same time, wake up around the same time. And if you can, try to get a little bit of sunlight. A light box is a really great thing to use during this time of the year when we just naturally don't get a lot of sun.
Oh, great advice. Lots there. And I know you said indoor fun. I was taking my daughter to an indoor pool. Saw a lot of families were doing that too. So yeah, creating a fun, adventurous, outing for the family. Maybe that's something else you can work in your schedule here soon. Mindy, thank you so much for being here. Great advice as always.
Thank you.